Greetings, ladies and gentle players. Welcome back once again to my real board. Today, we are going over what I consider to be the bloodiest game of 2020. And it was played by a professional 1-dan and a professional 6-dan. These names might be familiar. That's right. We have Kim Yun-ji versus... wow, I didn't realize. I literally just wrote both their names. I did not realize both their names were Kim. But yes, we have a professional 1-dan versus a professional 6-dan in the Samsung Cup Korean preliminaries. This was played in September 1st to be exact. And holy crap, I thought I knew what was going to be the bloodiest game of 2020. I had it marked back in... oh god, when was it? I think I had it marked back in April. And then I do not know what was going on in August and September. But August featured an insanely bloody game from Shibano Torimaru. And then a couple of weeks later, we got this one. Couple of weeks later, we got this one. So, all right, you guys are in for something. You guys are in for something. Let me tell you. Now, because I'm going to get comments on YouTube, yes, this is that person you're thinking of who did the thing you're thinking of, and we're not going to get into it beyond that. So if you're there at your keyboard typing, hey, isn't that the person that... yes it is. Let's move on. So all right. So black plays in the upper right 3-4 points, and white smashes 4-4 in the lower right-hand corner, inviting anything in everything. Very bold of white, very bold of white. No doubt looking at this scrawny little female pro going, I'm going to make her cry. Got double 3-4 points from black, and white decides not to do double 4-4 points. And 3-4 facing this way. I approve, I approve. White approaches low. Understandable given the presence of both 3-4 points. 3-4 points usually go more territorial than influential, so okay. We got the good old Kosumi coming back into the workforce. That and the Small Knight, courtesy of L Bleep Bloops, making a resurgence here. Before it was always pincers or approaches and getting into fights or other things. Coolios. Enclosure from black. Nicely done. This is, in fact, regarded as a slow move still, even though it is making a resurgence today. The diagonal is still slow. The Small Knight is still slow. Why is it slow? Because you need a lot of moves to kill the one stone. Even here, that stone's not dead. You need another stone to kill that off. So 1, 2, 3 stones to kill it off. And even after all of that, that stone does not give up its value that easily. You've also still got this one, because you can link underneath. So after all of that, you can play 3 stones against the 1 and still be forced to play a 4th to kill it. That is a lot of investment for 1 stone, let me tell you. These stones look so real. What server is this? I know, right? White does not follow up and instead goes corner side center and approaches the 3-4, as you would expect. And we've got one of the most, probably one of the most used Joseki in Modern Go. which is you just get your corner, give away a base, and everything is all gravy, baby. Seeing a lot of backing off high lately. I don't remember the last time I saw someone actually back off low. There's a lot of things to unpack with this particular sequence. For example, we didn't see here, in part because there's a lot of things you can do. You can do this one later on. You could do this one almost immediately. A lot of ways to harass this shape. With this one, you tend not to see that. And then from here, I don't really see the low very often, because no matter if you play high or low, you still have invasions points left behind. I personally like the high more often than not anymore these days, because we see so much territorial play and 3/3 invasions. The extra influence just kind of helps with how people are playing these days. So I'm all a fan of the high back off. Black takes the base. Nice and calm. So far, it is very, very difficult to imagine how this game is going to break out into one of the... No, sorry, not one of, but the most bloodiest of all the games in the 2020. Things like this certainly start getting us there. We're extending clear across the board, leaving plenty of room to come in and do, like, pincery and attacky stuff. That's one way to get there. You want to play an aggressive game? Well, you do have to extend and leave room for your opponent to come in, don't you? Because you want to fight on your terms, don't you? Of course you do. That's just obvious. So we got the good old pincer. And the pincer of the pincer. Now we're making territory and getting into a little bit of a weird fight here. What is black going to do? Is black going to jump? Is black going to diagonal? No. Black plays a really, really, really calm move. How odd. Very calm move from the professional one Don, allowing potential connection underneath just to remain nice and solid. I have to like it. White says, you will not be taking my 3/3 time today. I will take an enclosure. Now he's making big decisions in our world. Black could follow up. Could do. Easy to do. Black could come over here. Black could go over here, or even over here, or a shoulder hit. Lot of options. Keeps it simple. Approaches. No 3/3s must be a bloody game. I know, right? No 3/3s. It's a breath of fresh air. Because you were probably expecting a 3/3. We didn't get it. You're probably expecting the low approach, but you didn't get that either. Instead, you got a normal approach, which, keep in mind, is inviting a kick into a pincer, right? Like, this is playable. Because we approached a corner enclosure normally, we can get kicked and pincered from it. So there could be a fight here later. That is a possibility. But for now, we're not going to see that. Instead, white plays here, and I like it. I do like it. Because one of the large moves that black has is here, right? To expand and approach. So the attachment here is giving a nod to the corner, getting stronger on yield outside. Maybe we don't pick that up as black. Maybe we're not going to get it at all. Hane. Back off. Drop down. Isn't this a solid game so far? Isn't this a solid game so far? Why wouldn't white play BC3 into that attach for Aji? Different continuations, and the Aji here is still alive, which we are now being afforded the opportunity to explore with the very next move. So they just didn't want to make that exchange. Oops. Going underneath. So you can see black here, or white here rather, really picking at all the points. We're playing really fast. Is there a weak point up here still? Yes, there is. Is there still stuff down here? Yes, there is. This might come up later, not sure. And there are still biggie moves and invasionary points that we can look at later. This is how we start having like a slow boil of an aggressive game. We got all of these things, all of these points kind of being left behind. These groups which aren't quite connected to things. Attacks that can be done later. That's how we start getting all of the ingredients coming together for an aggressive game. But Go is a two-player game, believe it or not. I know, no one knows that. That's a secret that all of you just learned. Go is a two-player game. We can only get an aggressive game if both players generally agree to it. So we have the offer on the table, but they both have to pick it. So, all right. Black Hane. Atari. Connect. Into connect. Cool, cool, cool. Black has Sente. Now, there are things that we can rule out as moves that are going to be played by black. We are not going to play here by black for the next, 50 moves, at least. Because just defending 3, 6, 9, 12, I mean, there's gotta be more on this board than defending the 15 points you already said that you wanted, right? There's this, there's all of the top. So we're not going to play here. As black, you could defend, but it's pretty passive. And it just kind of allows white to go back and do, whatever white wants to do. Whatever kind of growing or what have you. So remember, as I said in the last video, professionals don't usually play the safe move. They tend to play the more aggressive move because it gets them more. So here we going in. Because remember, there's a lot going on here. There's a 3 space here and a 3 space here. Something is here for black. You can't look at the top and be like, yeah, I think all of that's just territory for white, right? I mean, yeah, all that's 4th line territory for white, right? Now, if you are a Western player, you might nod your head and say, yeah, that I wouldn't invade that. And that's because Western players tend to be kind of bad when they see people building. And they tend to mess it up. So, don't want to do that. 3 space does leave weakness behind. It's alright. We push, identifying where the Aji is. Now, we connect here. I'm going to do a brief lesson on why we're not connecting here. This looks like it's more aggressive. It looks like it gives us more points, but allows for this cut to be played, which is really, really bad for black. Because then we get into this position, where that gets disconnected in Sente. And you don't want to do that. That just got disconnected in Sente. So that was bad exchange. Bad exchange. Don't want to play that way. Instead of playing here, we don't get greedy and we play here. Now, it does mean we can play things like this later on even easier. But, I mean, them's the breaks, yo. Or maybe even here. Might even be able to play here with the threat of playing here. Depending on the ladder, right? You drop down here. You push through here. And then if they try to block that one, You've got this into ladder, right? That's the thing. But if you don't allow that Aji to exist, getting cut off in Sente here sucks. And it's just rough. So alright. Got our answer about that one, so we connect. It's so hard for me to make something useful with this U-space approach. At H17. What's H17? H17. This one? These sets have no future in your games. Aw, really? I can give you a future immediately. How about this? How about this? Immediate future. It's not played in this game, but there you go. Instant future. Instant future. You saw something nice and strong. You can't make it stronger than it already is, so you leaned on it. There you go. There you go. Future. Easy peasy continuation. Easy peasy continuation. Alright, connecting there is Gote. So, black plays more aggressively. And y'all know this variation. Y'all know the variation. Wait, sorry, he doesn't play that. Backs off. There we go. Going after more. Going after the Ko. Now, I do confess, one of the reasons why I regret picking this game, and I would have loved to have picked any other game but this one, is the sheer amount of Ko that we're going to have in it. It's going to be a theme, let's just say. It's alright, takes. Everyone can find the Ko threat here, right? This one's easy. You extend by throwing into Hane. That's just huge. That's just huge, right? We can all see that one. We can all see that one. Okay, that makes more sense. I have to say, wait a minute, how'd that get taken twice? How'd that get taken twice? Now, finding a Ko threat for black is a little bit more difficult, and I promise you this next threat in your games will probably be ignored. Attachment. That's big. That's big. But I promise you, if you play this like maybe on OGS or Fox, they're going to ignore the attachment. They're not going to care. But getting to Hane on either side is huge. Why would our opponents ignore it? Because they're greedy. And they love ignoring Ko threats. That's just what they do. That's just what they do. So let's look at the file for here. Let's assume that black ignored. We have two things we could do here. One is Hane on this side, and then like connect back, and connect back. And now this group doesn't have very much of a future. You're right. This does not have a very big future anymore. But we got rid of the expansion here, and this is just going to be a couple of points now. That's not a problem. Now you could go on the other side with that and connect. A little bit more dangerous, but playable. You will need an extra move here, however, because you've got this into this still, if you do play this way. Which is why I'd probably hide on the other side. I think there's a lot of Aji here still. Needless to say, it's bigly. So, alright. Black is not crazy. She's actually quite solid and responds. And therefore, we get to go ahead and retake, like so. Follow-up threat. Into a retake. Dar! Threat. That one is going to be ignored. The corner's pretty strong. We have a connection underneath. So, black figures, meh, not responding to it. It does mean that we have the Hane. It does mean that we have the Atari. Like so. But the corner is technically safe. But we have to be careful. This can be attacked more. So white says, that's all for me, thanks. At this point, we know the game's going to get fighty. Because there's no way we're looking at this and saying, you know what, I'll just hang back and let this happen for white. Like, where's sector line? Here? Yeah, we can give that away. That's not that big, right? That's not that big, right? So, no, we're not going to allow that happen. Cut. White says, you know what, you can have some of my stones, I don't care, little Wundan. Little Wundan. Look at you trying to fight me. Aren't you adorable? I'm going to take my territory. It looks like black is being denied lots of fighting. How rude. And instead, white, if you can believe it, just wants to back off and build? What? That's not the bloodiest game of 2020. I demand you cease this at once and fight her. And sure enough, don't do that. And sure enough, double Hane. Ooh. Okay. Double Hane is interesting. It allows for the cut into a connection. Very vulgar move, but hey, if it works, okay, I'm on board if it works. White says, can I kill the outside? Black says, niet, you cannot kill the outside. Then white says, then I'm going to have to make sure I'm alive. Now, admittedly, black could choose to go the simple route. Hane on the inside, allow the Atari, Atari back, take, Atari back, take, in Sente, play big move elsewhere. This game could go back to being a simple game. You do not have to get into a huge fighty time game from here. You don't. You're under no obligation to do so. But, you know, black is a pro Wundan who's got stuff to prove. Don't make the joke. Don't make the jokes. Right, so white goes an Atari. Maximize the liberty. Take. Oh, it's a Baduki in the middle of the board. It's worth 30 points. Poggers. So, alright. Black connects. But not alive here yet is white. So white cuts in order to be alive. Atari. Atari. Take. Take. Everyone's... Oh, wait. Nope, sorry. I lied. Get back here. I lied. Didn't take. Just connected. Right. If you take, you're allowing for this to be taken later on, too. You can go over this point. Right? This way, there's no extra code there, so it makes this weaker. That's actually important. That's actually important. So this is actually a fascinating exchange. It's actually a bit of a fascinating exchange. Is black weak AF in the middle of the board? Yes! That group is not happy. That is not a happy group. But, big butts, and I cannot lie, we also have, we also have a surround on the bottom right-hand group. Okay, then. So this can be attacked and killed, but then this can be attacked and killed. So, alright, balls in your court, White. What do you want to do? White says, I don't want to die. Alright, then the game is on. Push. Hane. Hane back. Don't want to get cut through, so we're going to connect on back. Ooh, now things are getting kinda naughty. Now, I like this next move a lot. I actually like this next move a lot. It's subtle, but it's pretty big. You might be thinking right now to Atari, but that is Ajikeshi. Instead, black just extends, not forcing white to protect their cutting point. It's a little thing. It's a little thing, but having this kind of understanding of shape and cutting points actually snowballs in your games. You know? It actually snowballs in your games. So white pushes. Cutting point is still there. So that means we can Hane here. And now there's a cutting point still. The defense, but we already got out. So suddenly, white's in a spot of trouble in the middle of the board. Fascinating, isn't it? Yes, it is. Glad you agree. Well, white doesn't want to be surrounded, so white jumps out. And black jumps out. And now take a moment to appreciate this board. Take a moment to appreciate this board right now. This group is in trouble. But this group is in trouble too, because of that connection here destabilizes all of this crap. Destabilizes all of this crap. You know? And technically, this Atari into a descent might still be a thing later on. Not now, because you Atari, and then take. But that's still there too. So interesting. Very interesting indeed. So white's like, okay. Emergency session. I know a murderer when I see one. We're going to connect up. Okay. Nice defense and attack at the same time. Very aggressive move. I like it a lot. White's got to come out. Looks like white's struggling a little bit, huh? And remember, always after those aggressive moves. So now we're threatening. Keep our territory. Surround the corner. Also, remember this? How I said this was going to work a second ago? Remember? This worked a minute ago, right? But now we can't, because if we play here, it's self-Atari, and we would take. So a lot of attempted murder going on right now. Lot of attempted murder going on right now. So white has to defend unless white wants that cut to take place. But this group already has eyes and ways to get more of them. So we don't have to play under. We can go for the surround. We have black attempting to still kill this group. Or build. Like, black is a strong player. Black's pretty good. She's turning this whole board into a crime scene. The group, still not completely live yet. Not completely live yet. Got a huge building going on. Sente over here that we use with co-threats to deny this from connecting up over to there. She's going after everything. She's crazy. It's alright. Push, push, push. Atari. Created a lot of cutting points. Atari. Another murder scene. Oh, it gets so much better than that. Because like right now you're probably thinking, which way do we protect? Right? That's what you're thinking. Which are the cutting points we protect? What do you think? What do you think? What's next move? What do you think, chat? K16? Okay. Is it none of them? How did you guess? How did you guess it was none of them? We've got another group they're trying to kill, remember? How did you guess it was none of them? So that's big. That's big. We're going after everything. And what's brilliant about this is if this goes through here, we might get a free protection. We could legitimately protect one of these for free. From this exchange. Now black is a pro. White is a pro. When you see fights like this break out, you do not see someone just curl into a little ball and just like try to make two eyes. They're like, oh my god, my opponent's trying to kill me. Okay, I'm gonna try to make an eye over here now, maybe. Or maybe I'm gonna play over here. Or oh, maybe this one. I like that one. Like, no, they don't do that. You don't make pro if you play that way. Ever. That is how you stay whatever rank you are. Because you're just not going to fight back. You're just going to let your opponent punch you in the face, and you're going to be like, it's okay. They're just working out their anger issues. I think this is going to be fine, really. This is okay. I wouldn't want to get into a confrontation. No. We need Aji. Where did you get that voice recording of me? I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Now, black could easily say, you know what? Atari me and come out. I'm going to just get 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of territory in the middle of the board. That's poggers. Right? That's pretty PogChamp. But that doesn't go with our idea of trying to shank someone. So we're going to back off and leave no Aji for them to live. We're going after them. Territory here, we don't need it. Territory there's overrated. Territory's overrated. So, dang, she's aggressive. White's like, I'm trying to kill you? Question mark? Please? Black's like, no. No. Atari me, I don't care. Atari me, I don't care. It's like, gotta maintain connection and have eyes. Resurrounding for free, because why not? Atari. And, shoot, I suck at this. Double Atari, there we go. And connect. And connect. Getting in those Atari, like I mentioned, for free. Or those protections. Like I mentioned, didn't protect anything. But this is naturally protecting these. Because now we're like, what? One move away from being able to protect this. Both sides at once. Ah, that is so nice. That is so nice. And black can't do anything over here. Or white can't do anything over here yet. Because remember, white's not alive. White's still like, please leave me alone. I don't know where you came from, but go back there. Connect. White's out. Again, we could just chill now. But like, no, I'm still coming after you. It's like, okay. Okay. Like, leave me alone! Go away! And black's just like, no, I'm gonna keep. I'm still coming for you. It's like, hey, I'm still trying to kill you. Me here. How you doing? It's all right. Pushing against the 2. Sente, pick out an eye. Pick out an eye. Connect. And now we have to be careful here. We have to be careful here. Why do we have to be careful, chat? Why must we be careful? Who can tell me why? Who can tell me why? As black. We have to be careful. Why? Why? Cutting points? Wrong answer. Black is behind the sector line. 10 points for Unreal. If we look at this, and then we notice this group is still not quite alive yet. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Stabbing will have to be put on hold. It must give way to protection. We got to protect ourselves. So make exchanges here. Making exchanges here. That's a cool move. I like it. We're threatening to do more in here now. Well, now we've created a cutting point. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. White, on the other hand, is still thinking, dear God, get this crazy person off me. So there we go with that. And then connection, right? Yes. Threatening to kill the 3. You see why this is a bloodiest game of 2020? Like, this group is trying to be killed. This group is trying to be killed. We're kind of trying to put the squeeze on here and here at the same time, while not getting this too heavily involved in the fight that's going on all across the entire board. Ay. It's nuts. It's nuts. Push. Block. Drop down, asking quietly, please leave me alone. It's like, okay, yeah, I can't take that one, or those stones are probably going to die. You win on that one, Chief. You got me. You got me. It's like, okay, I think that means I'm out. It's like, yes, you're out. Technically defended both cutting points. And we're taking 4th line territory. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It looks like this fight got 4th line territory. No new points for white here. No new points for white here. Continuations up in here. Not bad. But you know what? Gosh darn it, the fighting's great, but if someone doesn't die, it's not the bloodiest game of 2020. I didn't make the rules, I just have to abide by them. If nothing's gonna die, then this game could not have been chosen. So, on we go. I like that White's defending. White's defending, that's great. That's great. But, what about the right-hand side? That's easy. That's easy. No, that's not a problem. We Atari. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. We Atari. It's Sente. Not a problem. We can get an eye here. See? Easy. No need to freak out yet. No need to freak out. Look at that. We got our eyes. We're all good. Did it in Sente. Smash in the 4th line stone. So we've got this and this kind of being equal. Okay. Okay. But White did not count on the fact that Black is some kind of psychotic bloodhound that will sniff out a murder no matter what she has to do. It's like, what's going on here? What's going on here? It's like, well, I'm going to drop down. Easy. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. Are you sure that works? Of course I'm sure that works. I can even turn. Like, okay. Okay. Are you sure that works? Of course. I connect here and then I do da. Uh-oh. We're slowly having that get shrunk. Enlarging eye space. Remember what I said in the very beginning about the right-hand group? It would suck if that got cut off, eh? That would suck, huh? Tari. Connect. And now here's a problem. Here's a problem. Because this group over here is not alive if it gets cut off, how do you handle this? If you play here, that means Black gets to play here, and that's a picnic co. So you're looking at this, and you're looking at this simultaneously. So those of you who wanted to play here, interesting. Very interesting, but kind of problematic. She's defending exactly what you're thinking about in a different way. And Black has to juggle both simultaneously. So Black's like, okay, I'm going to play here. And then I've got to connect. Although I'm dead. But that means... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, we don't have to worry about the cut when we're creating this co. So there we go. Interesting. Interesting. More on this later. Pushes forward. Blocks. Takes points. Black is happy. Black's pretty happy right now. Oh, sorry. White's move. Honey. Respond. Push and disturb all of the neighboring stones. Jesus. Ah! Block. I know what you're thinking. What about over here? I know. Don't worry, we're going to get there. Cut. Tiger mount for defense. Now, that doesn't seem like a good idea, personally. Going in... Hello? How do I have a hand of only black stones? Going in for the reduction. And the Atari. Because here's a fun fact. Just because there's, you know, a dead group here and there, just because there's, like, possibility of one dead group, doesn't mean this would be the bloodiest game of 2020. Okay? I know you're all looking at the right. I know you're all looking at the right. But this game was not chosen just for the right. Okay? It wasn't. It was not. Push. White goes for broke. Connect. Into a defense. Into a connect. You're saying this could not get any bloodier than it is right now. And I would say that you have a lack of imagination. Because you know it'd be better than just that right group being almost dead? You know it'd be better than that? What if, hear me out. Hear me out. What if we brought the entire middle group back into question? What if, hypothetically, after all of that, the middle group was not connected to anything? Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Now we can start to see why this is the bloodiest game of 2020. Because literally everything over here is a life and death problem. Everything is a life and death problem. So, okay. Alright. Atari. Psycho Lady is at it again. Apparently. Block. Hey, let's try to kill the left while we're at it, too. Okay. Atari. Connect. And now we can take to make sure that this is nice and solid. Got it for free. Made sure that we are nice and alive here. This one's hard to see. This is hard to see why this is Sente. If white plays here now, you can't play here except Atari, right? So you have to take, at which point you're dead. So that is actually really important, that you don't misread this as being two eyes, right? Where is this? This is here. So after this one, black has to play here. No, it's not Atari, but trying to connect. Getting our eyes, because again, we don't have two eyes here. Getting our two eyes. We need two eyes. There we go. Now this is where things take a really big friggin' turn. Because now, let's take a second to see what's going on the board here. This is almost alive. We've got like an eye here and an eye here, it looks like. So, okay. Atari. Now what are we going to do? Do we connect that, chat? What do you think? Do we connect that? Can we play here? Can we play here? Why not? It's a scam because it's Gote. It is a scam because it's Gote. You are right about that. You are right about that. You are right about that. Instead, we're going to play here. Like so. And this co is gonna last a while, so hope you're prepared. This co is gonna last a while. Got a lot of threats on all sides. Got threats on all sides. And then got the Atari down here. And then retake. And then we can push through the bamboo. Only reason to do so is a co-threat, generally speaking. Then we can retake. And then we have a threat for white. White starts pretty pog. You Atari here and kill the entire middle. Good threat. I like that threat. That's a strong threat. I would have assumed it's a no-brainer, though, to connect. But even here, they're thinking about who's ahead. Like, well, if I play here and they get to... that's kind of really good for white, so I'm going to play here because I might be able to cut off that stone. It leaves an extra threat, but... That's wow. I'm not sure I are brave enough to do that. Please put Q12 response on the board for black. Wait, Q12? What's Q12? Or Q2? Wait, Q2. Oh, shoot, sorry. I don't know how I missed that one. Don't know how I missed that one. My bad. My bad, my bad. Yes, white did not get to play twice. Sometimes happens when I'm going over games. Does not happen in real life. So here, and respond. Push down is huge, because again, if we push here, we get to just kill. That's fun. We get to kill these stones for free because they go back and live over there. So, big old nope from white. And back to co. And thread again. And big old nope from black. And back to this. Threatening again to kill. We can save once because of the Hane to keep our eye intact. And once again. This was kind of interesting. This is kind of interesting because if white gets this one, that is the only eye black has. Those two are false. Interesting indeed. Gotta protect. So, back to co. And threaten to link up. Now that one is a trick. You cannot connect this. You cannot connect this. Can't. You've got to play here. You got to make your two eyes. And back to co. White connects on up. Wait, where's connect on up? Tiger. And then we don't allow the Atari in the future. And back to co. And threaten to kill. Make sure we're not dead. And back to co. Fudge. And continuing onwards. Like, how many threats has white had over here? Because you didn't just connect! You had to fight over the points! Well, I guess you're fighting over the points and maybe the connection here. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but alright. You've connected. You're good. Gave him a frack ton of co-threats there, but you're fine. Threaten to do terrible things top of the board because you've got insane co-threats there. Like, that would be all kinds of sad. So we connect. And back to co. There's no way I'm running out of stones, am I? I don't think the co goes on this long. But it does go on for a while. I hope I've been taking and retaking. Because it feels like I might have skipped a couple of takes and retakes. But I don't think I have. And continuing forward. Same thing as last time. Atari. Back to co. Who's gonna win the co? It had better be someone. Honey. Now, White says no to that. Wait, hold up. I fear something bad has happened a long time ago and I missed it. When did it happen? Oh, that's awkward. Oh, I did mess up. I didn't even notice. Because the Hane's been there forever. This is a dilemma. It was here. In exchange for falsifying this, I didn't play White's response. And then the Hane. Ugh. Irritating. Yeah, in the back of my head I was kind of confused. It's like, why isn't this like played 100 ages ago? Because it's not there. Alright, so we're good. Black goes and plays the Hane. Now that White's connected. And you might be saying, but where is my blood? You know where it is. Come on, you know where it is. Now you might be thinking, why that? Surely no. But yes. What you're thinking is what's going to happen. Keep threatening the co. I'm gonna run out of stones. Atari. Oh, yes. You know what's happening. Going for the co again. Interesting choice to capture that. Black connects. White Ataris. And she has one huge friggin' threat left. That connection here would kill off the everything. So you can't ignore it. That's Sente. Tari. That I admit, that's bold. That is bold. It's like, okay, if I ignored, there's the Atari, and then okay, fine. Fine. Oh, I didn't even notice that part. So, alright, retake. Ah, get back on the board. Retake. And then... again. Largest threats for last. Separate. Separate. And you've got all of it. Part of the reason she responded to this one, she knows that she can wipe everything out. So, okay. Gotta do it. This is pretty big. Threatens to cut through. You can play here, and then you got me at cutting points. That's huge. So alright. Got that one. Who's gonna win the cow? Who's gonna win the cow? Let's see if you know what the next large threat is, chat. Where's the next huge threat? Huge threat. Huge threat. I'll admit it's hard to see it. Yeah, it's hard to see it because of the nature of a real board. It's so easy to... like, that's why people who train themselves to play, like, online sometimes are worse in a real board because you might have missed the fact that that is actually free depending on how messy the stones are. Playing on a real board is a trip. Playing on a real board can be a trip. So there you go. Yep, you got that one. White Ataris. Connects. Ataris. Connects. And then takes. Now you might be asked, why did they Atari like that? It's actually pretty simple why they Atari. No, not a time Suji. They know they don't have threats anymore. They know they don't have threats anymore. So at least we've got rid of a couple of points. Biggest move we have now? Not relevant. Sorry, not big enough. Not big enough. All of these stones are dead. All of these stones are dead. More dead stones, more dead stones, more dead stones, dead stones. Lot of dead stones. Lot of dead stones. When the ball is not big enough for the captures? No, it totally is. It totally is. You gotta be careful how you do it. There we go. Haha. See? There's always room for one more. Plays the Hane. Got the clampies. Like, can I Atari? It's like, yeah, you can Atari. And then connecty. Threatens to cut through. Gets a connection in place. So we have the eye here, so we're fine. We're not going to die in the middle of the board. Now, there is one problem, chat. There is one problem with this game. One problem with this game. And that problem is, where's Black's points? I know that sounds like a dumb question, right? Sounds like a really dumb question. Where's Black points? Black's points are right over here. But, That's it. The only territory Black has is here and here. So, having this and this is worth more. Black resigns. Black doesn't have enough points. Black doesn't have enough points. She resigns. Black's down. You won the co. Congratulations. Sorry, Kim Yun-ji. Today is not your day. That's... oh my god. This is why it's the bloodiest game of 2020. There's a crap load of dead here. There's a crap load of dead over here. There's no big areas of points aside from the things that are dead. But not only did the person who got the most captures, not only did the person who went with the psychotic co win the co, got the captures, lost the game. Absolutely psychotically crazy game. And the fact that the bloodiest game of 2020 is a game Kim Yun-ji played is also like one of the biggest trolls in Go in 2020. But at the same time, she lost so well. Such a troll game for a very troll year. It's perfect. It's perfect. There could not have been a better, bloodier game in 2020 than this one, all things considered.